Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video. So let's start with Mercedes, who believe they found the missing piece of the jigsaw with their W15. Now Mercedes entered 2024 with a whole new concept after 2 tough years, and introduced things like a reconfigured sidepod shape and a cockpit position that was 10 centimeters back. But they ended up starting the year worse than the previous two, with them still nowhere near the pace of Red Bull, Ferrari and McLaren. But the team seemed to make a breakthrough in Canada, with George Russell taking pole and the team being in the fight during the Grand Prix, before taking their best result of the season with P3 and P4. And speaking about the team's progress, Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff said, "You really need to work your way through the problems. It didn't seem to correlate between the tunnel and the track, and the car was difficult to drive, the ride was not good, the bouncing or the bottoming coming back. And then we had a clear indication of what we were missing in the jigsaw. We put the piece in, and I think it's now fine." So that's positive news for the team, but now it's a question of whether they can keep this form consistent. That's something Mercedes have struggled with in the past, but what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But let's move on to Red Bull, who's spoken more on Sergio Perez's penalty in Canada. Now Perez ended up crashing in the race, severely damaging his rear wing. Red Bull instructed Perez to return his RB20 to the garage despite the heavy damage, and in turn he lost several carbon fibre parts on his way back to the pits. This resulted in a steward's investigation, which saw Perez get a 3-place grid drop for the next race in Spain, and Red Bull get a €25,000 fine. But Red Bull advisor Dr. Helmut Marko now says it's strange Lewis Hamilton wasn't penalised when he completed the 2020 British Grand Prix on 3 wheels, but Sergio Perez was in Canada. Now Hamilton got a puncture on the last lap of the race and just about made it to the checkered flag, although his front left tyre shredded pieces of rubber as he completed the lap. In turn, Marko wrote in his Speedweek column that he felt Perez's penalty was harsh. He said, "Perez's rear view mirrors were dirty and he couldn't see what the rear looked like. We, on the other hand, could see from the data that the suspension was okay. Of course he tried to bring the car back and ideally be able to fight for points again." The race stewards then announced that parts of his car had fallen off. But I remember Lewis Hamilton once crossing the finishing line on 3 wheels at Silverstone and winning. Strange there was no penalty then. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.